Mr. Bhavdeep Singh, the CEO of Fortis Healthcare, who's joining in now. Mr. Singh, hi, thank you very much for taking the time out today. So first wanted to, in fact, start with that. It's been a month since demonetization. We understand that most, hospitals as well as diagnostic companies have recovered in the past couple of weeks. There was a little bit of a blip just 2 weeks after demonetization. Was that your experience? And if you can just detail to us how volumes might be impacted in Q3?
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you very much. Listen, the demonetization, it's clearly having an impact on business. While we all support what's happening, we all believe it's good for the country. The reality is that it's left people in a bit of a clearly with a big surprise and some challenges in terms of how they handle their immediate cash needs. So we have been impacted. Our impact has been in the low double digits from a percentage basis, and we certainly believe that over time it's going to come back. Has it come back completely? It has not. We continue to feel the impact because typically when you talk to people, I think what happened in November, once this got announced, is that there were planned surgeries, planned procedures. So many people continue to just, if somebody had a knee surgery planned or some sort of other procedure planned, they went ahead with it. What we're seeing now is that that the planned procedures are down. I think people are strapped for cash. They don't know what to do. They're trying to figure things out. And so clearly it's having an impact on business. With that said, what we are doing is we've done 2-3 things that I think are worth mentioning. Number one is that every one of our hospitals, a clear mandate, and every one of our hospital heads, I applaud all of them because we haven't turned anybody away. I think if there's an emergency situation, any sort of critical care situation, we're making sure that we take care of our patients if they absolutely some emergency situation. The other thing we've done is we've set up free internal medicine OPDs. So if there's anybody who comes in and they need some sort of a consult, we're not turning people away. So I think that in our industry, I think you have to be responsible and do the right thing, and we certainly believe we're doing that. The other thing we've done is we've taken to the streets to make sure that you have thousands and thousands of people that are waiting on lines at ATMs. I can tell you that as of this week, we've actually given over 1 lakh people, over 100,000 people. We've gone to the ATM lines, we've given them water, given them biscuits, because we want our communities to know that Fortis stands with them. At a hospital level, we're looking at alternate payment platforms. So while we've always accepted credit cards, we do accept checks. We've made that clear as well. We're looking at all the alternative payment platforms, so all the Paytms and the MobiQuicks and such. We're certainly making all of that available. So I think it's, again, took us all for a bit of a jolt. Healthcare knows no boundaries. If you're sick, and you need to be treated, and we certainly want to do the right thing, and we are. We believe we'll get past it, and we're taking whatever measures we can to help us get over that hump.
Mr. Singh, when you said low double-digit impact, could you give a ballpark range between what and what in terms of impact?
Yeah, I think that depending on the location, I think we're impacted more in rural areas. I think that the impact anywhere between 10, 12, 13, as high as 14, 15%. So it's going to vary. Again, I think that in a more in an urban area, I think where you have more prevalence of credit cards and people use alternate payment methods, I think it's going to be less. I think when you start getting out in some of the secondary, tertiary cities, I think it's a bit more. So I would say, again, in that 10, 12, 13% range. Should steady off at some point soon, but we continue to work through it.
Okay, Mr. Singh, now moving away from demonetization, wanted to ask you about an update with regards to the SRL demerger. Where does it stand at this point in time? How many of your approvals are done with and how many are pending?
So it's not so much about how many. We're going to be shortly. We'll be filing with the Supreme Court for approval. There is as you can imagine, in a situation like this, there are multiple levels of approval, and we're working through the normal process. So our board gave us the go-ahead to move forward with this 2-3 months back. We're doing that. We're going through all the formalities, all the regulatory filings that need to be done. We'll be filing with the court soon. I believe that the demerger, clearly we believe it's going to go through. We think it's a good thing. It's a good unlocking of value, and we expect it to be complete somewhere around the middle of the year, fiscal calendar year.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think you have around 35% of private equity holding in SRL Diagnostics. What would happen to their holding once there is this demerger that takes place? And are they looking for exit options, something that they were considering some time ago? Has there been any progress on that front, or are they planning to just stay on and not do anything with their holdings currently?
I think these are options that investors have. We've announced in terms of for every share they have today, that we're going to be backing into the Muller equity that we have, the Fortis Muller Hospital. I think that these are options they have. I think that people are going to wait to see how things unfold. And there has been talk, people have talked about exits. I think that this is going to be a stock that's going to be very much in demand. It's a company that's doing exceptionally well. And I think all investors, as they would in any situation, I think as the demerger unfolds and as there's more and more interest, I think they'll decide what's right. But I don't know that there's a clear path articulated at this point. I think it'll get decided as we go forward.
Mr. Singh, thanks very much for your time, sir. Good luck. Appreciate you speaking with us. And we hope to catch up with you soon. Let's slip into that very quick break. We are back.